Rubix Talent Kids.
Hi friends, my name is Nidhish. Today I will be explaining you the topic friction. This topic will come for you in CBSE 8th class. Now let's learn about friction. First let's see what is friction. Before learning what is friction, we have to learn a point which is Newton's first law of motion. First we will learn about Newton's first law of motion. Here, Newton's first law states that a body should continue to be in motion until a external force is applied on the body and the body should be stopped. For example, let's take a ball. You roll it on the ground. It gradually stops after some time. This is because of Newton's first law of motion. Here, a ball is rolling on the floor. It stopped somewhere up here after some time. But we see no force acting on the ball. But there is a mysterious force which is acting on it. That force is called friction. Now let's learn about friction in detail. Friction is defined as, here friction is a force. Friction means that the force which opposes the motion of a body. So friends, here a ball is moving. Now friction opposes this ball and gradually stops it. Now let's see what are the types of friction. Friends, now let's see the cause of friction. Some objects on earth appear to be very smooth. We think that a table would be like this. But if you see through a microscope, it would be some like this. Uneven. With so many hills and valleys. You feel that this is smooth, but it is not. Here, on this surface, if you roll a ball, the ball also has this kind of surface. Now let's take this. Here, this part of the ball would roll over the surface and interlocking would happen. Like this point would interlock with this point and gradually stop. If you continue to roll it, it would gradually stop after rolling for some time. Now we can say that friction is caused due to interlocking of irregular surfaces. This is not perfectly smooth and this is also not perfectly smooth. That's why they are irregular surfaces. Now let's see the next reason why friction is caused. Now let's see the second cause of friction, which is called adhesion. Adhesion is formed when two objects attract each other by electrostatic force. When they are attracted by electrostatic force, the molecules or atoms attach and hold each other tightly, causing friction. This is one of the cause for friction. Now let's see an example. Take two ice cubes, keep them on each other and press them hardly. After 30 seconds, try to detach them. They won't. This is caused due to adhesion. Now let's see our next topic. Friends, now let's see the factors of friction. There are three factors of friction. Let's see about them one by one. The first one, which is weight of the body. The first one is weight of the body. For example, let's take a car going on a road. This is a car. It's going on a road. Here, these tires and the road interlock and cause friction. If the car and the people in it weigh 100 kg, the friction would be okay. Let's take two cars. Here, in the first car, people and all the stuff inside it weigh 100 kg, and in the second car, all the stuff and people weigh up to 150 kgs. Then this car would experience less friction than the other car. So here this car would get less friction than this one. That's why weight of the body. Here the weight of this car is more, and the gravity pulls the car a bit down, and more interlocking happens when this happens. More interlocking is caused when this happens. That's why weight of the body is a factor of friction. Now let's see our second factor. Friends, our second factor is nature of surface in contact. Let's take a carom board. So friends, this is a carom board. Here, on this the wood would be a bit rough. So the nature of this is rough. On this you would keep a striker. This is the striker. Its surface is smooth compared to the board. So this surface is smooth. So the more highly polished surfaces cause less friction than the less polished surfaces, because when we polish a irregular surface, it becomes the irregular surface becomes a bit regular than this one. That's why it becomes smooth, and the nature of area in contact is a factor of friction. Friends, now let's see a third factor, which is the size of the body. Here, size of the body. For example, let's take a car. Sorry, not a car. Let's take a boat. Okay, this is a boat, and let's take another boat. Okay, these two are boats. Here, this boat would have high amount of friction, huge amount of friction than the small one, because there is another type of friction which is called fluid friction or drag. A drag means that air we have in the air causes friction. Like if you throw a ball into the air, it would fall down, but it would also slow down in the air. This is because of friction. This friction is called drag. Similarly, we also have water friction, which is also called as drag. Now let's see our next topic. Friends, now let's see our next topic, which is types of friction. We have three types of friction. Those are static friction, rolling friction, and sliding friction. We will learn about these three frictions one by one. Friends, first let's learn about static friction. Static friction. Here there is a point which is friction is a self-adjusting force. Friends, friction is a self-adjusting force, which means that, for example, let's take a toy car and we push it in this direction, and suddenly you change it to this direction quickly. Then the friction would also change in the same direction at the same time. First from this side to this side. That time the friction would act on the opposite side. Then when you change it, the friction would again act on the opposite side. That's why friction is called a self-adjusting force. Now let's see about static friction. Static friction means the force applied on the body increases, then gradually the friction on the body will also increase. After applying a lot of force, after applying some force, the body starts to move. That is called limiting static friction. When the force applied on the body increases, then friction on the body also increases. This is called static friction. After some time, after applying some force, the body starts to move. That force is called limiting static friction. Now let's see about rolling friction. So friends, now let's see what is rolling friction. The friction existing between the two surfaces in which one is rolling over the other. This type of friction is called rolling friction. The next one is sliding friction. So friends, sliding friction means the friction existing between two bodies, two surfaces in contact. Two surfaces in contact where one is sliding over the other. This type of friction is called sliding friction. Now let's see how to increase friction and how to decrease friction. Let's take some tires of automobiles. Tires are made rough because the rough surface of the tire and the rough surface of the road would be in contact, and the road and the friction of the road and the tire wouldn't let the car or any automobile skid. That's why tires are made rough. This is a way in which increases friction. The second way is, let's take two wrestlers fighting. Before they start the fight, they rub their hands with soil. This is to give better grip, which means to increase friction. That's why this is also a way to increase friction. Now let's see some ways how to decrease friction. Friends, now let's see some ways on how to decrease friction. In which one way is polishing. So when we polish a rough surface, it becomes smooth. Due to this polishing, removes the hills and valleys, which means the surface would be somewhere like this. This top point is called a hill and the down point is called a valley. These hills and valleys will be removed by polishing. Hence, it decreases friction. Another way is applying oil and grease. This to let the body slide easily. Or applying oil and grease is a way of decreasing friction. Now let's see another way. Another way is sprinkling. So sprinkling powder on surfaces. is also a way of decreasing friction. For example, you are playing caroms. You sprinkle a bit of talcum powder on the board. This reduces the friction on the board. That's why sprinkling powder on surfaces is a way of decreasing friction. Now let's see the advantages and disadvantages of friction. Now let's see the advantages of friction. We are able to walk on the road due to friction. The nails hold onto the wall due to friction. We are able to drive safely on roads due to friction. We are also able to write on a paper with our pen due to friction. So these are the some advantages of friction. Now let's see the disadvantages of friction. Friends, now let's see some disadvantages of friction. Friction leads to the wear and tear of machines. Friction makes us lose a lot of energy. And friction also makes the wear and tear of machine parts. These are the disadvantages of friction. Thank you friends, that's today's video. If you like my videos, please like, share and subscribe. If you have any doubts, keep them in the comment section. And I hope that this video helps you in understanding the lesson friction. Thank you.